What was the most rewarding part of this project, and why?
I would say the most rewarding part was getting to learn a new technology. So we got to use Unity, which is a 3D modeling and game building engine. That's kind of a childhood dream of mine to make a video game one day that kind of fell out to the wayside after I started web development. But through this project, I was able to learn that skill, and also C sharp, which is a valuable language to know in the industry as far as I know for Windows development. So both of those skills I'm very happy to have.
If you had this project to do all over again, what would you do differently, and why?
So definitely, I've actually thought about this. If I did the project differently, I would definitely do a lot more research at the beginning. So what we didn't realize is our misunderstanding of the technology at hand. So none of us being familiar with Unity and none of us being familiar with C sharp, we didn't really know what we were getting ourselves into during the architecting phase. And so by the time we got to the actual development of the project, writing code and developing prefabs, we were like, actually, none of this stuff is going to work. So um, if we had done a lot more documentation research, research on the topic at hand, so like physics and castle building and stuff like that, and even just reading through some basic C sharp stuff, I think it would have drastically changed what we would have decided to do in the first place. There was a lot of having to like reroute our course of action during the project, which obviously ate up a lot of time. And so if I would do this again, that's definitely what we would do.
Based on your work on this project, how has your view of software engineering changed, and why?
So I would consider this project the second largest project I've ever worked on. The first one being through my work, which was a web development project that's obviously massive and years of development involved. But I think the process by which I do my work versus I did this project for school was so different that I ended up learning a lot about working with other people. So basically, what I'm saying is I've only ever had one environment, so I only know how we do kind of our version of Scrum and Agile at work, which is slightly different from the course. We also use Jira instead of DevOps, which is an Azure product. And that obviously is going to change your workflow a little bit when you're using these products that you try to achieve the same things that you do in one environment in the other one, and it's not going to completely be one to one. So getting to be in a totally different environment, work with different people, especially all learners as we are in school, I think definitely being a part of a system where you're trying to teach each other and learn from each other, that is was a unique experience, definitely.